Welcome to the channel. This episode I'm going to walk you guys through my 1 year and about 8 months or so Loc journey from America to Africa to Egypt. I'm actually living in Egypt, so I'm going through 2 sessions of combining my locks to get them to like a super thick state. And I'm going to take you along, all the ups and downs. Like and subscribe. Thank you. LA. This is views of Pasadena, specifically Rose City. It's where the company gets its heart from. That's the block, the famous Rose Bowl, and here we are. So here's where the journey starts. I was back in college. I had a barber who told me, yo, it's over. Hang it up, cut it down. I'm tired of finessing your hairline. No more seasons. Then I'm like, yo, let me give it a shot. I'm just growing my hair out, and this is kind of where it evolved. I was able to rock the waves for a little bit. I'm like, man, I feel like my hairline is like actually legit. Like, I think bro was just tripping. So I ended up, rocking the waves, growing it out. And then one day I'm in LA, I get this nightlife job in Hollywood. I'm getting all this advice from people on, how I should carry myself and presentation. And, it just felt nasty.
I walk in every room as myself. I don't walk in any room as anyone else. I'm not cowering, I'm not speaking soft. My voice doesn't change, it sounds exactly the same way.
And I'd had an itch to grow my hair, so I started looking into it, researching, looking online, trying to see people that I was kind of digging their style, and just get some inspo. And this was my guy. I know he's a little, OD for your average, but this was the dude. Yeah, I was a big fan of my boy right here. And this dude was really cool. I definitely was following his journey. He started off with huge parts. His locks were super cool. Then eventually I came across DeAndre Hopkins, and I was like, man, this is the style I'm going for right here. This is the size, this is the vibe. And I was happy I came across bro, because this was exactly what I was kind of looking for my set. So then I celebrated my 30th birthday, decided to chop it all the way down, and I was like, this is the start. I'm gonna start my journey from ground zero. Nothing to grip, and we're gonna go from here and see where it goes. Something amazing ends up happening. I end up buying tickets to visit Africa for the first time. I chose Egypt. Landed in Egypt, and from the first minute, it was energy. Got off the plane and got right to it. Immediately went to the pyramids and jumped right on the camels and got it popping. Had an opportunity to visit Luxor and Aswan. And then, like most Egyptians would tell you, got a chance to dive up in the Nile, and the rest was history. I felt the energy in the water, and this was pretty much the moment I was like, yo, I'm gonna come back to Egypt. Touched back down in LA, I gotta switch the energy up. So since I was already growing my hair out, I'm like, I think I'm gonna get locks. It was unconventional. Me being in the position I was working in, me being in Hollywood, it really wasn't the popular look. And for me, I don't know, I've always kind of been against the grain.
Some of y'all doing stuff that don't move you. Honestly, how many of y'all got jobs that when you walk in on Monday morning, it does not move you? Let me see your hand. Just being real, you're not moved by it. Why are you doing it?
I got these feelings, but I didn't trust them. It was early, and I was feeling things, and I was like, that ain't right.
Ooh, you ready?
So I took the journey out, from Hollywood all the way out to Rancho Cucamonga, the IE, to get twisted up by my little cousin. She does hair out there, killing it. And she was big boy hating because she tried to tell me that my hair wasn't long enough to grip. And I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, I've been growing my hair for about 8-9 months at this point. I'm like, yo, I'm ready. I had to really talk her into it. And then when she got into it, started parting me up and doing the twist up, she was like, oh, I was really surprised how long your hair was. So, I had a lot of shrinkage. I don't know what type hair that is, but she started me off with the diamond cuts, and we got it rolling from there. Out the gate, I was a little stressed, It didn't look exactly how I'd envisioned it for all these months. So I did the bat phone, hit my barber up, and, he laced me with the crispy hairline and the taper, and, got me lit. And as soon as you get out my boy's barber chair, you gotta be feeling yourself, because you in the game. I'm in the game, you dancing. 1 to 2 weeks in, you're in the game, you're trying to wear your do-rag at night, keep it as crispy as possible. Like I said, I was working in corporate America, so I wanted to make sure, that my hair was clean. as can be out the gate, just because it was something new for, you know, where I was working and how I was presenting myself. So I definitely wanted to slow roll them into this new situation. And when they come out, you're crazy. Like this is the time that people talk about in all those other videos, and you know, anyone that you talk to that started off locks, like you're gonna go through that phase, like where you just gotta eat that and lead with your personality when you're coming into the building, because the hair is gonna make it look like you're stressed out. Don't let the hair make you turn into this guy.
Like, when was your last ex-boyfriend? So you did meet him on Facebook.
I blocked.
Your 4,000 friends on Facebook have ever been a boyfriend of yours. Okay, so some of your exes were on Facebook. In my mind, I'm like, okay, Rose just lied to me.
Like all bad times, this too shall pass. Just hit up your local loctician. I still have my cousin on decky. First couple weeks had you looking like a tennis ball, but then, you know, you get your retwist, you hop out the chair, you back in the game, you back dancing. Confidence is back, you know, in a stable place. Back to throwing parties. We back inviting people, going out, meeting people. I'm back to me. Like I'm starting to feel comfortable with the hair. It's a new vibe, but it's getting a good reception. So those first couple months, we were trying to just get it rolling. They're coming out, they're going back in. You're just trying to train the hair at this point to get used to the new situation that you're about to put it through. At this point, I'm really liking my length. What I learned, the saving grace was having hat wear. So, you know, I went through a whole cycle of trying to get as many hats and different vibes as possible. You know, like I said, just to hold them down and not let your hair be a distraction. But then you have moments where you get caught out the house without the hat. And let me just say, like I said, you want to lead with your personality, because these are going to be some of the most dustiest times. Like, if you've ever been called ashy in your life, get ready for a lot of curving, a lot of very creative, unique excuses coming from invitations. You're going to be down. You're going to be down many times during this journey. But then you get retwisted and you back rolling. And at this stage, I think they were getting a little bit more official. Like, they actually look like locks. People were asking me about them, you know, when I'm moving around outside. So, you know, I was really happy that, you know, I was starting to really, you know, settle into my journey. You need to keep about 2 to 3 jokes in the tuck, ready to go. That's universal, male or female, and you can just let those fly, because a lot of people are going to be coming at your head, literally.
Kanye West got Sunday service. Like, when he goes out, he does church.
Yeah, he does like a church thing now.
Keep your loctician on speed dial. I had her saved as one of my favorites, and I was trying to get up in that chair every about 4 to 5 weeks or so, just to keep it tight. I didn't want to get retwisted too much because it thins your hair, but I had to keep it fresh. They were locked up, even more official. They were even swinging a little bit at this point, so I was happy. But then the longer they get, the longer they can look when they dusty. That's why I said a lot of this is character building. You're gonna be the most complimentary dude of all time, because you have to be. Look at your hair, man. Look at your hair.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
We fall down, but we get up. But you gotta trust the process. Keep getting it locked up. Keep staying fresh, because there's better days ahead. You know what I mean? You're gonna be crispy, and you can't appreciate the sun if it doesn't rain, and that's what the dusty times are for, because then when you get hit back up, you lit. At this point, we had decided to interlock my hair for the first time, just to finally see what it looks like dropped. So this was a cool look. Like, it was different. My hair was kind of in my face, which I had never done that. I had long hair before, but always had it like braided to the back. So this was a different vibe for me, definitely. But I still liked it. Still had the parts. It was still able to look crispy. It didn't require as much twisting on my hair, because she just interlocked it. So she fed it through, you know, the base of the hair, and it was able to, you know, lock from there. At this point, I'm super comfortable with my hair. It's become a part of my character. It's me. I'm enjoying the Loc Journey, and I'm just riding the wave. Dusty times at this point, like, they're not even phasing me. I'm super comfortable. No hat at this point doesn't matter. I'm all the way. Like, I'm about like a year or so into the journey. So you just hate it or love it. It really doesn't bother me. And this was like level 10 tennis ball. For me to still be vibing through. I'm still being able to meet people. I'm still in professional settings. I'm still shooting my shot here and there. And it wasn't even a conversation piece. And throughout my entire journey, I had developed a company. So at this point, I'm actually preparing to leave LA, leave my lifestyle behind and move to Egypt and get this company launched. So I kind of felt like I embodied like Nas's character in Belly, because he kept talking about moving to Egypt. And that's kind of what time I was on. So as I moved to Africa, I was actually also starting a business, like I mentioned, opening a restaurant, and I developed a new study abroad program. It's a live workforce program where students are learning business management, hospitality management, and culinary arts in a live environment. So it's been great to launch those two things, along with my hair and the business, and pretty much, go into with each other. And I can remember, my business was at this part of the development stage when my hair was this long. So it's been an amazing time. Like, share, subscribe.